Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Note to Self. Today, I have a very empowering episode for you. If you've been catching yourself waiting for something to happen in your life in order to take the next step for yourself. So, I'm going to start off with an example that I hear very common in the coaching world. I hear this from clients. I've trained myself to catch this in my own mind, and I encourage you to illuminate it where it might be appearing in your life today so that it's something that you're able to catch and shift out of. So clients might say things like, when life feels more stable, I'll finally blank. And I'm going to ask you to fill in the blank here. It could be launch the business, move to the new city, say yes to the relationship, get out there in the dating world. When life feels more stable, I'll finally do that. They're waiting for the outside world to give them permission. But what we always uncover together is this: stability doesn't magically arrive first. It comes after they decide they're ready for that next step. That's when they realize alignment isn't about the universe arranging the stars perfectly. It's about choosing their own alignment right here, right now. So why the whole myth of waiting for alignment, waiting for the perfect moment, the right time? Well, we're taught from a very young age to wait for those right moments, whether that's wait until you're financially ready, wait until you feel more confident, wait until Mercury is out of retrograde. But here's the thing, studies in psychology actually show that waiting for motivation before taking action doesn't work. Motivation often comes after we start, not before. The same applies to alignment. And a couple examples that I can share with you from my own life is that if I were to wait until I was financially ready to move to Italy at the time that I did, I would have never moved to Italy. For those of you who might not be so familiar with my story, I'll just share this as an example. But 10 years ago, I decided to quit my corporate job in the marketing world in Toronto and buy a one-way ticket to Italy. I was very unfulfilled. Italy was my dream, and I desired to make the entrepreneurial journey work. And I bought that one-way ticket on my credit card. I didn't have the financial savings that would have been, let's say, responsible to move to a different country. And I'm not saying make any responsible choice. I'm not saying buy the one-way ticket on your credit card. But what I am saying is that I really listened to my heart and my body and where I was at. And I chose to stop waiting because I realized I'm the one who's going to seize this moment that is my life, and I'm going to make my dreams happen. If I waited for the right moment to move to Bali, it probably would have been in 2023, but I moved in the middle of the global pandemic because that's what my heart was calling for. An example that doesn't have to do with moving different places, but if I waited for the right moment to start my business, I would have been waiting forever. And I would have found even more of a comfort zone in the corporate world. But because I was uncomfortable, because I desired change so much, and because I had this fire that was lit inside of me that was so ready to just do my own thing and make it happen for myself, I made leaps, I made moves. And the motivation did come afterwards. Another example, I'll give one more, I promise, because I want to give a few across the board for those of you who just might be needing the evidence in your own lives. But if I waited until I felt more confident to start my YouTube channel, I would have never started it. But the amount of confidence that came from putting myself out there in the world, from sharing what was on my heart to share, from moving through all my own insecurities around seeing myself on camera or how my voice sounded, et cetera, like there's so many gifts that people miss out on because they're waiting for that moment. And the gifts come after you decide and when you start taking action. And I can't reiterate this message enough. So let's keep going. Basically, waiting for the stars to align keeps us stuck in limbo. It keeps our energy stagnant, and it keeps us feeling unfulfilled and wondering what if. So here's the reframe. You are the alignment. Alignment isn't something that happens outside of you. It's actually an inner state that you choose. It's like tuning an instrument. That's what you do when you align your energy and your actions. And the beauty is, once you choose alignment, the outside world often follows. You've probably had moments that you can recognize in your own life where the second you decided, the second you committed to something, opportunities showed up. That wasn't just coincidence. It was you becoming a clear signal to the universe that you're ready, it's time. And what I found along my journey is that the universe responds to clarity. When I say I'm ready and I'm actually embodied in that space, the path unfolds, not the other way around. And what I mean by the embodiment and what I mean by tuning your energy like an instrument is it has to be a full body decision. You can still be scared or nervous or have fears that arise, but it just has to be that full body, yes, I'm going for it. In the examples that I've given you about the actions that I've taken from starting a YouTube channel to moving to different countries, it might have started like an intuitive download in my mind space, but then it very quickly became a full body yes where I just knew what I had to do. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to alignment is like maybe you've got this idea and you really want to take action on it. You just feel like it's this calling inside of your heart. Work on getting your body on board, right? Start to shift the story. If you notice yourself waiting for a perfect moment, try, I am the sign. I am going to make this happen. If not now, then when? I'm ready. And you can also take micro actions because what I found is that action creates momentum. So you don't need to see the whole path in front of you. You just need to take the first step. And you just need to trust that each step that you take will reveal the next step or potentially the next 5 steps in front of you because that's how it goes, right? Let's say you want to start your own business. Well, just start to jot down your ideas, right? Just start to take those actions. If you have a gift and you want to start working with people one-to-one, right? Maybe go out there and offer that on your social media or potentially ask a friend or family member if you could test out a coaching session or a Reiki session with them, right? Whatever it is that you're trained or certified or you find yourself holding back from, right? Or if you're desiring to put yourself out there on social media and you want to start the podcast, a micro action could just be recording a voice memo on your phone of what could be your introductory episode, listening to it back and starting to work through any resistance or judgments that you might have around your voice and what you sound like. And practice anchoring your new level of being, that aligned version of you, into every day. So you could start to incorporate specific rituals into your morning routine that set yourself up for that alignment. And that could be scripting out in your journal, like putting yourself into the future as if you already have the business, as if you already have the YouTube channel. And what I find with this is just after a few minutes, I already start to feel differently. It's like, oh yeah, of course, all of that's going to happen for me. And what I said about anchoring them is consistency. So putting that into your day in a place where you can continue to come back to it for that moment in time that you are going to be anchoring in that frequency, the vibration of you being in alignment. And here's a fun fact. Neuroscientists have found that when you visualize and take even small steps towards your goals, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of motivation and reward. So that means every tiny aligned step literally rewires your brain for confidence and flow. So alignment isn't a magical star map. It's a nervous system state, a decision, and a practice. It's you continuing to commit to who you are becoming and being. So let this be your reminder. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for the stars to align. You are the alignment. And an affirmation to take with you today could be, I no longer wait for permission or perfection. I am aligned right now. Just simply affirm that to yourself. I am aligned right now. For the things that I want, I am aligned right now. right? If you keep repeating that to yourself, right? If you close out this episode and you just take 5 minutes or so just to think about that over and over again, right? I am aligned right now. I am a perfect match for the things that I desire. You will notice that you'll start to attune yourself to that frequency. You'll start to embody it just like I'm talking about. And if this conversation lit something up in you, I'd love to support you deeper. I'm currently taking on new one-to-one coaching clients, and you can find the link in the show notes to apply. So share your intentions, the support that you're looking for, and I will be responding to you very soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.